Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. Maybe about a month-ish ago, month and a half-ish ago, I put up a video about trying Beauty Pie for the first time. I will link that for you here as well as in the description box below. But my second round of Beauty Pie came along and I was like, you know, this time I'm gonna try and focus mainly on makeup because my curiosity got the better of me. I wanted to know, is their makeup as good as their skincare has been for me? So here's my Beauty Pie box right here, and I've cut the tape, but I haven't opened it yet. I love that it's like a giant pink box. I think Beauty Pie has a primer, but it's not one of the things that was super exciting to me. So I already have my own primer on. It's a pore filling primer. And I didn't want to commit to a full-size foundation until I had a chance to find my shade. So I have their kind of foundation blister card here. What's great about this is that on the back it tells you exactly what shade it is. They do have a foundation shade finder on their website, and I kept getting everything in between 75, 100, and 150. Everything on this side is too dark for me, so we'll just snap those off. But I did want to swatch and see if we can find a shade that works really well. This is shade number 75. I feel like that's really dark. It looks very orangey toned to me. Too dark. This is shade 100. I feel like that's better, but it's still kind of orangey pink. Oh, I don't like this. And I'm sure that shade 150 is just too dark. Oh, yes. Too dark. Very yellow toned. I feel like out of all of these, there's a lot of bright lights, but in natural lighting, this one looks kind of orangey pink. This one looks kind of just straight up orange. This one's way too dark. Okay, we're gonna blend them in. I don't know. I don't have good hopes for finding a color that's going to work. I'll have to let you know how many shades there are. And I would think that there would be a better shade range because that's kind of the place we've come to in the last several years. More inclusivity, better shade range, and normally it's not people with my skin tone who have problems finding a shade with a good undertone. It's usually people with deeper skin tones. So if I can't find one, I really don't have hope for people who aren't like light medium. It just seems like I'm disappointed. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This is called Ivory. It's shade 100, even though I don't think it's close at all, but we'll use it today. I paid $5.60 for this 6-pack of foundations. These little tiny blister packs. I was like, really? You're gonna charge me that much? So what I am seeing here is that this is really kind of light coverage. It looks very skin-like. I do like that about it. And maybe with a little powder and bronzer, it'll look better. I did pick up a concealer, and this might have been ill-advised because I didn't know what my shade was, because I found that shade 100 in the foundation is the best suit for me, and I picked up shade 75. But this is their Unbeatable concealer. It's a cream concealer that comes in the, oh, that's interesting. Do you see that? That when I put my finger in it, it looks like it's darker here and lighter there. I wonder if that means it oxidizes. All right. Oh, you know what? This is kind of a yellow based enough. I feel like it does a little bit of color correcting neutralization. I like the way it feels right off the bat. I want to know why 75, I can see I have a lot here going on. I just need to blend it down a little bit. Looks so good here, but did not look good on my skin in the foundation. Out of curiosity, I want to swatch 75 in the concealer next to 75 in the foundation. Foundation, concealer. And I know your concealer is supposed to be a little bit lighter, but doesn't this look like way orange? Way orange. I feel like this concealer is one of those concealers that is kind of like your everyday. It's the sort of concealer that real people wear when they're not in front of all of these beauty lights. So I feel like this would be the sort of concealer that I would like if I was still going to work on a daily basis. If I was, you know, out and about, because I don't really like to wear super heavy makeup all the time. First of all, I don't always have time for it. When I sit down to do a video, I make time for it. But a lot of times when I'm not filming here, if you were to catch me at the grocery store, if you were to catch me picking up my kids at school, if you were to get any of those things where I'm out and about, and when I was still working, I wore very much lighter, more natural looking makeup. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are really looking for. Social media has really changed the way we do makeup, and I think that's fun, and it really helps me experiment with color and texture and go outside my beauty comfort zones. But when I got to get out the door, I think a product like this would work really well. I also feel like the finish to the foundation looks beautiful. I think that out of the three, shade 100, shade Ivory would be my ideal shade, but I feel like they could do better with their like undertones and their range of options. I picked this up. This is the Quick Color Contour Super Gel. This reminded me so much of the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. It looks the same. It has the same packaging where you have this little ring at the bottom where you can twist. You squeeze, the color comes out the top. That's probably too much. So I'm going to put my Charlotte Tilbury away, but, ooh, the cap even fits on there, wrong cap. Packaging is a little bit different, but the tube is the same, the mechanism is the same, the sponge is the same. That's in the, I think, the $30 range, and this is not. Well, maybe we'll just draw a couple little dabby dabs and blend. Pretty. I knew this was going to be good because it reminded me so much of the other, and I knew I love the other so much. But if I can get it for under $10 from Beauty Pie, why would I spend the 30 some odd dollars? I feel like it has that same ease of blending in like that. I love this. They just launched this new product. This is their SUPERCHEEK. It's a gel kind of cream product. Ooh, it feels so pretty. I got the darkest shade. Now you're probably going, if you're always talking about how fair you are, why did you get this? And a lot of it is, I wanted to be able to blend it out to this. And this kind of plummy shade, I also was just gonna, oh, how pretty is that? I bought a lot of lip products, but I wanted to see what this looked like here. All right, I'm gonna put it on my cheeks. I'm gonna start. Oh, that might even be too much. Okay. I haven't set my face with powder yet. My goal was to get all of my cream products on first. I feel like a damp sponge is your friend when you're blending out cream products. And this is the type of makeup that definitely gives me that really light, natural feel. I feel it has kind of like Honest Beauty vibes, or who else has a lot of, like some of the cream products from Flower Beauty. I think this is a really beautiful product, and I'm glad I got this shade. What's the shade name? This is French Raspberry. I really like this. I think it's really pretty. I wear makeup differently if I'm wearing cream products or if I'm wearing powder products. I don't frequently, I do sometimes, I don't frequently mix the two because they can be a little touchy. But for me, I feel like the easiest thing to do is to get the cream products down first and then set with powder if you want to. That's just my advice, but if you have better ideas or suggestions, please let me know. So I'm going to be using their One Powder Wonder. The shade is Uberlucent Universal. Check this out. It's white. I'm like, really? But what's interesting is that it sounds like it's a baked powder. I don't know, but it doesn't pick up a ton. It's not like super heavy. And for someone like me who's fair, it feels nice. I'm gonna use some here and just set my under eye. This feels like it's a really lightweight powder. You know what? I'm just gonna grab a bigger brush. We're just gonna put it all over. Now that I have my, my blush and my bronzer on, it does kind of take down that subtle glow that cream products can leave on the face that I like, but I really want to see what this is like. I'm not getting like a super heavy layer. Is it just me, or is there like kind of like a little bit of a shine to this? Is it slightly? It says Uberlucent, as in like pearlescent, or I don't know. Feels pretty, but it doesn't feel like completely flat matte. I like that. I don't know that this would work for everyone. The universal, grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. I picked up a powder highlight. This is their Shimmer Bar. This looks so familiar, doesn't it? Kind of remind you of a Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. But this is the Shimmer Bar. The shade is Lumineer. In putting my finger in it, you can tell that like the four corners are the same. These guys are the same. These two are the same. This one's different. This middle row here is a soft, like a glitter-free shimmer. And not that there's really glitter in here, but there's more of a shimmery particle. This is kind of like a soft shine, and these three have more of a flaky feel to them. I'm interested to see. I'm just gonna put my brush through all of it, knock off any excess, and it's really pretty. So I picked up one of their cream shadow sticks. This is the shade Wild Violet. Let me swatch it for you. It's kind of like a taupe with a little bit of a slight purpley undertone. I think that's kind of pretty. But I looked at all of their eyeshadow palettes. They weren't really calling to me. They didn't inspire me. Something like this, kind of a cream product with ease of use, does really call to me on the days that I don't want to do like I love one shadow looks. So let's see what this is like. I'm not even going to prime my eye. Isn't that kind of lazy of me? I feel like drawing it on is super easy. Then I'm just gonna pat it out with my finger and call it good. Now the two things that I did not get a brow product because I had been in love with the Anastasia brow pen, and I'm like, why even buy something I know is not gonna be nearly as good? And I also, since I'm so picky with mascaras, I didn't buy a mascara. So I will finish my eyes, blending this out. I'll do my brows and my mascara. I wasn't even inspired by the liner. Liner's another thing that's hard for me, so I kind of stick to I know what works for me. But we'll be back and we'll talk lips. I got 3 lip products. They go from really sheer, like a lip oil, to a more traditional satiny lipstick. And I'll take what I have off. That was the SUPERCHEEK, which I think works really well. And what's great is the SUPERCHEEK, you put it on and I don't know how long it would last, but it definitely doesn't feel sticky or dry. It definitely feels like I don't have anything on my lips, even though I do have a little hint of that French raspberry color. I decided to get their WONDERGLOSS Collagen Lip Oil. This right here is the shade Jammy, and I like the idea of having something, ooh, look, it has one of those flat paddle-shaped doe foot applicators. I like the idea of it being glossy as well as a lip oil. The texture. Okay, so even though it looks really severe in here, it's really sheer on the lips. It has an interesting, almost like, ooh, I'm getting a little tingling. Is this like a plumping lip oil? So this has collagen, cherry oil, and hibiscus oil in it. The box doesn't say anything about it being plumping. It just says apply as often as you want for dewy, beautiful, fuller looking lips. I am feeling a slight tingle. Now, this is more than like a minty tingle. It's almost a light stinging. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, this is like maybe a 2.5, maybe a 2.5, maybe a 3. It's definitely like not on fire, but you can feel it. But what I like about this, I don't know if it's catching in the corners. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I like that it's kind of sheer, but there's color to it, and the feel of it. There's a beautiful slip to this. It feels unlike any other lip product I have. It feels thicker, but not in a heavy way. There's a little bit of stick to it, but it's not crazy sticky. So I wouldn't say it doesn't have any stickiness to it, because there is a little bit of that. But it feels a very plushy, plump gel feeling on the lips. I really like this. But my concern, it's sticky enough. I'm starting to see that it's a can string. So this would be one where you apply and then maybe wipe off that close to that inner waterline. It's not like really stringy and goopy. That's my least favorite thing, but I can see myself reaching for this a lot. This might like go immediately into my purse Just enough, not too much. I like it. Let's try the next one. The next lipstick I got, this is their Future Lipstick Luxe Shine. I have the shade here, Bruised Berry. I knew this was gonna be like a shiny lipstick. I like that it comes in slimline packaging so the bullet itself doesn't wobble inside the packaging. I think this is a really pretty color. I really like this. I like the feel of it. This lipstick claims to be super moisturizing, visibly plumping, and have a vinyl shine. I do feel like it has a nice shine. I don't know that it's as shiny as the collagen lip oil, this WONDERGLOSS collagen lip oil. That's a little shinier than this. But this is definitely like your shiny glossy lipstick. Just on initial application, the sheer level of it, the shiny level of it, kind of that comfortable feel, not exactly, but these are the lipsticks that it instantly makes me think of. The Rouge Volupté Shine, the oil and stick formula, it reminds me a little bit of these. It also kind of reminds me of the Shine Addict from Dior, sorry, the Stellar Shine. And these can be glossy and very shiny as well. It really reminds me of the Sephora Melting Lip Click. I love this one. I also like that it comes in a slimline packaging because it's a really soft lip product, and it also reminds me of the gloss. It's the Enamored Lip Gloss Stick from Marc Jacobs. Another one that comes up in small incremental clicks because it's super soft and very shiny. Now, none of these shades are really comparable. I think more it's that feeling of being a lipstick but almost lip gloss in kind of more slimline packaging because it is such a soft product. It's glossy, it's shiny, it feels good on the lips. I don't feel like it's as buttery as the Rouge Volupté Shine. I feel it's more in line with the Melting Lip Click from Sephora and maybe the Stellar Shine Addict. If I'm thinking more drugstore, it kind of reminds me, not quite as shiny as either of these, but the L'Oreal Color Riche Plump and Shine and the Super Lustrous Glass Shine lipsticks from Revlon. These kind of have that same shiny shearer, but these are also both just a little slippier than this. This doesn't feel like it's really gonna, I don't know yet, but it doesn't feel like the lipsticks that start to leave my lip line and go places. It feels like it might hang out where I put it. These guys, if I'm not careful, they can go places, but this feels like it's just slightly thicker and not quite as slippy. The last lipstick I got is their Future lipstick in their satin finish. This is in the shade Pinup, and they have this in a matte as well. And I wanted more of this. Ooh, wow, that's a really pretty shade. It glides nicely, has kind of a soft feel to it. This really bright lipstick really leads me to believe I need just like a touch more blush. The texture is, it's got a buttery slip to it. Not in a greasy way, but in a comfortable like lip butter way. It has a subtle shine to it. It feels very much like your traditional cream finish formula. I feel like that's a little better. Like I needed a little more color because this lipstick was sucking the life out of my face. I feel like this lipstick is a nice halfway between, like if we're talking like high-end cream lipsticks, ones that are expensive, like ones from Dior, ones from YSL. It doesn't quite have that same high-end feel to it. Even the Pat McGrath, the Luxe Trance, it doesn't have that same thick, but maybe what this has going for it is the fact that it feels very lightweight on the lips and yet can still pack a punch with the color, because I feel like the color is amazing. Now, I bought all berry toned lipsticks. I definitely wanted it to go with this French raspberry color I have on my cheeks, but I'll have to wear all of these lip products over the next couple of weeks and get back to you on them. But so far, I feel like the lip products really impress me, but I have a really high standard for lip products, and these felt good. I don't know that they felt amazing. Like the first time I put on a Lisa Eldridge lipstick, mwah, I knew it was great. The first time I put on the Wayne Goss lipsticks, it's like everything I wanted in a cream formula, everything I wanted in a lip gloss. But I feel like these are good. I feel like they're definitely worth the price because they were in the between $5 to $7 range. And I feel like that's an adequate amount to charge for what you're getting. Now, Do they perform and do amazing thing for the lips? Are they the most budge proof? Do they last a long time? Only time will tell. So if we're talking about all the stuff, I feel like the lipsticks are really promising. I feel like those have a possibility of being like possible superstars in my collection. Shades that I reach for, formulas that I really like. I'll have to get back to you, of course, on all of this, but I'm hopeful for the lipsticks. I also feel like these 4 products here, the blush and the contour, the concealer, and the shadow stick were really beautiful. I feel like they went on easily. They make for a super like 5-minute face and you're out the door. The 2 products that I'm interested and curious about, but I want to see how they work with other powder products. I feel like this one, one powder wonder or one powder wonder. I feel like it's really nice, but the fact that it's white and they're calling this their Uberlucent Universal has me slightly concerned. But what is pretty about it is that there is, I don't know if you can see, a slight luminous quality to this, and it feels like super soft. And you also you don't pick up a ton. The white cast though worries me for anybody who is not my shade. And I feel like this here is promising. The one thing I noticed under closer inspection, it's only these top 2 corners here that have kind of like a slightly sandy, gritty texture. Not like crazy gritty, but you can feel a little bit of texture. And these guys here feel much softer and more like a super soft, smooth powder. So these have the most sparkle to them, and the rest of the shades are different. But I mixed them all together and I got a really pretty highlight. But I want to see what these guys look like with other powder products. The major disappointment for me, I'm not gonna lie, is the foundation, just for sheer lack of a shade that I could find that would look good. And I was sure like with 6 light, fair to light shades, I would find one. I made it work, but my goal is to not have to make it work, to blend it in and it looks like exactly my skin tone. Okay, so I don't know. The formula though, I really like the formula. I feel like the formula is nice. It looks like skin. It doesn't look like there's a heavy layer on top. It's very, very, very light. So if you can find your shade, I would actually recommend this. I'm just distressed that if I can't find a shade, you know, what if you have deeper skin? What if there's limited number of shades? What if they don't have something that works for you? I just feel it's very exclusive if you're not in these exact shades. Well, so sad, so sorry. They should expand the shade range, and they should, I feel like they need some lighter shades. And I'm sure that if they need shades on one end of the spectrum, they probably could use some on the other. But I feel like the formula is really, really nice. This type of makeup really gives me the quick and out the door vibes. Like, you know, 5 minutes in your bathroom, you know, you throw in a little mascara and you can put the lipstick on as you're like clicking your seatbelt and backing out your driveway. That's really what I feel like this is like. Fast, everyday, real life makeup. This is not like 12 eyeshadows blended for a look. This is not like, you know, 4 different types of lip products to create and concoct this one thing. This is super easy, anyone can do it makeup. And I feel like that's kind of the vibe they're giving with the type of makeup they're offering on their website. I'm definitely going to continue to use these products, get back to you. I will mix them in with other non-Beauty Pie products and we'll see how they do. But I do have my hopes up really good for some of these products, and I do really, really look forward to what it all turns out like in the end. Let me know if you've tried any Beauty Pie products. Let me know if you have any favorites. It can be skincare, it can be makeup, it can be anything. Let me know in the comments down below. And if there are any questions you have that I wasn't able to answer in this video, let me know, I'll do my best. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. Have an amazing day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.